Hi all, welcome to CSEC Biology with Mr. Charles. This is part C of the video answer series for the CSEC Biology June 2002 Paper 1 past paper, where we will be answering questions 41 to 60. Let's move into it. Question 41. The following are changes which take place in the thorax during ventilation of the lungs. Which of these two changes occur during inspiration, or in other words, inhalation? So the answer here is B, okay? Decrease in pressure and increase in volume. Number 42, structures that carry the code for the same genetic characteristic, example eye color, are called, the answer is alleles, okay? Alleles are variant forms of the same gene. Let's look at question 43. 4 children born to the same parents have blood groups A, B, AB, and O. Which of the following represents the genotypes of the parents? The answer will have to be A, because the fact that you have an offspring with an O phenotype, both parents must have the O allele to contribute. So the answer is A. Number 44. Which of the following is not a method of natural selection? The answer here is grafting. Okay, let's look at the next question, number 45. A female carrying the trait for color blindness marries a normal male. So the female would have the phenotype, okay, X big C, X small c, okay, because she is a carrier. The male is normal, so the male would be X, okay, X big C, Y. Okay, always remember males are XY and females are XX. So let's do the cross, okay, because we want to find out the chances of her producing a normal female child without the trait. Okay, so let's draw the Punnett square. Draw the Punnett square. Oh, and by the way, color blindness is an X-linked recessive trait, which means that it is the gene for color blindness is found on the X chromosome, okay, and females are usually carriers and males are usually colorblind, because if the male has the recessive allele on the X chromosome, then there is not another X chromosome to accommodate. Okay, so the male cannot be a carrier. It's either the male has it or he does not have it. Okay, so for that cause, male are most of the time colorblind, right? Once the recessive allele is present in the male would be colorblind. But if the female has a recessive allele, then she will be a carrier. Okay, she would be a carrier. Good. So here we have X big C, X big C. So the offspring would be X big C, X big C. Okay, so that would be X big C, X big C. Okay. Right, so both of them are dominant. So this one here has no trait. This female would have no trait of the disorder. Here we would get X big C, okay, and X small c. Okay, X small c. So this female here would be a carrier. Okay. Here you would have X big C Y. So this would be a normal male. This will be a normal male. And here you would have X small cy. So this male will be colorblind. The question asks, what are the chances of her producing a normal female child? So normal female, it would have to be XX. Okay, so it cannot be any of those down here. have to be XX, and it also has to be X big C, X big C. So you only have one of that occurring. Okay, so that is a 1 out of 4 chance, so a 25% chance. So that would be a 25%. Okay, number 46, offspring which are not identical. Okay, notice the word not identical to the parent are produced by, the answer is sexual reproduction. Number 47, as a result of mitosis, each daughter cell, right, each daughter cell after mitosis would have the same number of chromosomes as the parent. Okay, so that's B. Number 48, in which of the following does meiosis occur? Okay, that would be the testis of a mammal. Okay, the testis, meiosis occur in the testis and in the ovaries of mammals, the testis of males and the ovaries of females. Okay, the development of the embryo, okay, that's mitosis, right? So don't get misled by the word embryo there. Good. Number 49, through which of the following can natural immunity be obtained? Okay, so it cannot be blood transfusion, okay, and it cannot be vaccine, okay. So it would have to be breast milk and the placenta. So that's 2 and 3. So that's B. Good. Let's look at the next question. Item 51. Item 50 to 51 refer to the following options, which are 4 patterns of genetic inheritance. Okay. So match each item below to one of the options above, each of which may be used once, more than once, or not at all. So number 50, which pattern demonstrates incomplete dominance? So for there to be incomplete dominance, there must be a blending of the phenotype. So for example, red and white would give you pink, okay? Or green, not green, sorry, but black and white would give you gray, as the case may be, okay? So that's a blending in the phenotype, okay? So, and the blending is seen for the heterozygous genotype. So if you look carefully, here you have a heterozygous genotype here, big B, small b, and you did not get a blending in the phenotype. Okay, so that cannot be incomplete dominance there. Okay, because the big B is completely dominant over the small b. Okay, so it cannot be, this cannot be incomplete dominance. That's complete dominance here for A. For B, you have big H being normal and big S being sickle. Now, big H, big S together is still normal, so there is no blending in the phenotype here. So that's not incomplete dominance. Okay, here you have big N, small n, that's normal, right? And small n, that's red, green, minus. Okay, but so there is no blending in the phenotype here as well, because, okay, the big N is completely dominant over the small n. But if you look at D, okay, notice big R, small r blends to give you pink. Okay, so this is a case of incomplete dominance here. Okay, D. Okay, that is the pattern that shows incomplete dominance. Now 51 asks which pattern will produce a 1 to 2 to 1 phenotype, okay, or ratio of the phenotype. Okay, so here let's the answer is actually D as well. Okay, the answer is D, and I'll show you why. Because if we cross big R small r with big R small r, okay, you will get, and let me get a different color, you would get big R here. Okay, big R. Here you would get big R, small r. Okay, big R, small r. And here you would get small r, small r. Okay, so in the phenotype, this one here would be red. Okay, So this one here would be red. Okay, this one here would be pink. Okay, and I don't have, well, use this as pink. Okay, this would be pink. Okay, this color is not pink, but I'm just using it as pink. Okay, this here would also be pink. Okay, and this one, the last one will be white. Okay, so you would have one red, two pink, and one white. So that's a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio in the phenotype. Okay, so you get a 1 red, 2 pink, and 1 white. So that's a 1 to 2 to 1. Okay, and you get that for D. Okay, so 51 is D as well. Number 52. An organism which causes a disease is called what? It's called a pathogen. Okay, let's look at 53. Items 53 to 54 refer to the following diagram of a Tolgren funnel. Okay, a Tolgren funnel, which is used for collecting small animals. So we have the light bulb there above. We have the funnel, the soil sample. Here we have a gauze, okay, and we have some alcohol in a beaker. Now, 53 asks for the purpose of the light bulb. The purpose of the light bulb is to drive the animals to the base of the funnel. Okay, that's C. Good? So remember that. Number 54. Which of the following explains why the apparatus works well? Let's see. Soil organisms show a positive response to gravity. That's true. Soil organisms show a negative response to light. That's also true. That's why they're moving away from the light. Soil organisms are killed by alcohol. That's also true. Okay. Soil organisms move away from dry areas. That's true in some instances. However, it is not investigated in this apparatus. Okay. It's not investigated here. So the answer for this question is C. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Number 55. Okay, item 55 relates to the following graph, which shows the growth pattern of several populations. Okay, let's look at the question. Which of the populations above has a good food supply and is subject to little environmental stress? Okay, the answer here is B. Okay, B. Alright, that's the answer there. Alright, number 56. Item 56 refers to the following methods of treatment / control of disease. So we have improved personal hygiene, isolation of person with the disease, good sanitary practices, example, proper garbage disposal, and careful food preparation, right? All these are indicative of an infectious disease. So the question was, these methods are used in treatment and control of a disease that is. The answer here is infectious. Good. Number 57. The table shows the results of analyzing a soil sample. So we have the soil components: clay, sand, humus, pH. Okay, we have the percentage of the particles here, and we have the pH of the soil sample. So the farmer from whose field the sample was taken would best be advised, okay, to plant crops which requires a lot of water. Okay, no, because if it requires a lot of water, then the sandy soil being 63% would encourage too much drainage. So it would be best if the farmer is advised to plant or grow plants which prefer well-drained soil. Okay, so that's C. Okay, because of that high percentage of sandy soil there. Number 58. Which of the following is not a cause of soil erosion? Okay, the answer here is contour plowing. Okay, contour plowing. Overgrazing, burning of undergrowth, and deforestation all leads to soil erosion. Number 59. Okay, what would be the best method of investigating the range. Okay, notice the word here, the range of organisms found between low tide and high tide marks on a sloping rocky seashore. Alright, the answer here is a line transect. Okay, let us look at the last question, question number 60. It says two soil components that are derived from the parent rock material are, so we have humus and mineral salts, sand and humus, sand and mineral salts, clay and microorganisms. The answer here is sand and mineral salts. Okay, so that's the answer there. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for being a part of my audience. Please remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get more videos like this. Do enjoy.